Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage Huntsville. You guys know why we're here. Today we're talking because Carlos King is praising MARSAU for doing and saying the bare minimum on social media. It says it took 8,000 seasons for the world to finally see MARSAU be dropping gems, and tags him with the hands up emoji and like the I am tired emoji or whatever. But I disagree, Carlos. I disagree. We're praising MARSAU for the absolute bare minimum. And he never has the same type of energy to Martel. He never has the same energy to the people that he needs to say this to. But he sees somebody like Marquez as a little bleep, basically. So therefore, he feels that now all of a sudden he can be the judge and jury, right? And a broken clock can be right twice a day, right? Except for MARSAU lost me when he was comparing Marquez and Trisha to Mel and Martel, and saying that Marquez is like Mel in the situation because he is very passive. On what planet is Mel Cherie Rogers passive, you guys? Literally, she left Martel multiple times in hopes that he would stop the cheating. What is passive about that? Mel's the one who filed for divorce and wanted nothing to do with Martel for good. Mel is the one who did not want anything, did not want any child support from Martel, did not want any alimony, didn't want anything from him. So what is passive? Of having the strength and taking your kids out of a toxic situation, out of a cheating husband's, opportunity to continue to play in your face and try to have the mistress and the wife juggling, and everybody's supposed to just be happy and deal with it. And get your mistress pregnant. On what planet, MARSAU, is that a valid comparison? And it's not the same situation, because what did Mel do that you feel she deserved to be cheated on by Martel? Because I see people justifying Marquez being cheated on just because he was basically being a deadbeat, right? And wasn't there for his wife. However, is it okay, though, to cheat? It's one thing that Ken's handling the responsibilities that Marquez is supposed to be handling. But are we still condoning cheating in 2024, depending on who it is, depending on the situation? Is that what this is about? Because I'm just trying to figure out at what portions of MARSAU's comparisons and analogies are you guys rocking with, or are you just going to rock with it completely because of what he's saying? And once again, name dropping Mel in a situation that has nothing to do with her, you guys. And yet another episode. And you guys say that Mel's the problem. Melimeters are the problem. Mel supporters are the problem. They're causing all this havoc. They're going too far. They're doing too much. But it's you guys that can't keep Mel's name out your mouth. You guys insert Mel in everything. In anything that has nothing to do with her. Listen, Mark has decided to up and leave his family for whatever reason, and it came out that he was not there for his wife when she was dealing with, the death of her relatives and her sibling being severely ill. He was not there. He was not comforting and all of the things. So she sought comfort in somebody else, which turned into the kids basically calling him dad, because you, for whatever reason, took a step back and took a back seat, even though you're the father. And you were hoping, because you see the way MARSAU behaves on this show, you see the way MARSAU talks and treats Tisha on the show, and you assume that he was going to be all in with your deadbeat trilogies, right? Your deadbeat chronicles, right? If you will. And MARSAU did not give him that energy back, right? He didn't give him that energy back and blame Trisha or any of these things. But where you lose me is the comparisons to Mel and Tel. This is not the same situation at all. Ken, if you are trying to compare him to Martel's side piece, he's not all over social media blasting Marquez and putting the information about him and Trisha out on Front Street, which I still find there's something missing to this story, because it's just very odd, it's very awkward, and I feel like there's a big missing puzzle piece to all of this that we still have yet to discover, and I don't know why it's getting dragged out, to be perfectly honest. But Carlos, again, you don't have to lie to kick it. We know who your faves are. And the name is not Melody Sheree Rogers. The name is not the Millimeters, right? The name is not Mel supporters. It is called the rest of the cast that you feel, quote unquote, has all these, quote unquote, haters, right? But I'm not going to praise somebody for doing and saying the absolute bare minimum, you guys. Like, you couldn't even say any of this to Martel. Instead, you basically helped enhance his tomfoolery. And you didn't have the same energy. You wanted Martel and Mel. The cast was hoping Mel and Tel stayed together even through the cheating. And got mad when Mel left for good. So how is that passive? But the real tea is you guys wanted to stick around for that big deal, for that big housing contract deal. And you guys needed Mel there for the comeback group, for all you guys to be real, legit multimillionaires. And when Mel saw the writing on the wall, that not only was she going to have to do all the work, but was still expected to deal with Martel's blatant cheating, blatant disrespect, a side chick who doesn't want to shut her mouth and, wants to be seen, and she was just supposed to deal with it. And so you guys feel now we are going to take a punch, we are going to take a shot at Mel anytime we get, because we feel a certain type of way that she got us, that we're not a part of this deal. That we missed out on millions of dollars, right? Because we couldn't get Mel and Tel to stay together. But you guys relished in all of their problems. You relished in their cheating being exposed on the show. You relished in all this drama. But now all of a sudden, you are the moral police. Now all of a sudden, you want, black men to do right by their kids and all of these things. Where was this energy for Martel? Where was this energy to tell Martel to stop disrespecting his ex-wife, to stop having all this stuff play out on social media in front of the world, in front of the kids? Where was this energy to tell Martel to tell his mistress to put a muzzle on it? Where was this? So, no, I'm not going to give you kudos for doing the bare minimum. It's common sense. If you've removed yourself as a parent from your household and kids, you can't be upset for the, stepdad that stepped in. like you can't. But with that being said, do people now just up and cheat regardless? And not just get a divorce? If you're unhappy, if you recognize this dude is not there for you, is not treating you right, and you bring in somebody new, how is it okay to still be married to this guy and still be lusting after Martel and being upset Martel's not paying you any attention? And now it's coming out allegedly that you've been to his house a few times, right? Like, there's too many holes and tomfoolery in this story for MARSAU to take the stance that he's taking, in that trying to, compare this as if this is the exact same situation as Mel and Tel, and diminishing Mel, diminishing her feelings into her being somebody passive and just not caring about anything Martel is doing or has got going on. Because if that's the case, why isn't she still married to him and, partaking like a sister wife while he continues to entertain his 10-year mistress? But it's funny to me because it's like, on one moment, you guys were pushing for them to stay together, and now you're mad that Mel had the audacity to leave. But because it's a broken family? But you are, not going to condemn Martel for his behavior? Or is it you don't talk to Martel this way because Martel has all your guys' tea? Because it makes zero sense to me as a Marquez who is literally making his first appearance on the show and has been here for 2 seconds. You knew him from way back when in the day, but you still do not have this type of smoke or this type of energy or this type of so-called advice when Martel was right in front of your face. So miss me with this fake praise, Carlos King. And here's the thing, aren't you, the creator and the top producer of this show? If MARSAU has been dropping all these gems for all of these 8,000 seasons, why haven't we saw them? Don't you have control over what we do and don't see when the cameras are rolling? If MARSAU was this great philosopher, Martin Luther King, and and all these things, why are we not seeing it? That's not an us problem. That's a you problem. It took you 8,000 seasons for you to get a decent sound clip of MARSAU talking sense to somebody. So I don't understand, any of this of what Carlos King is doing, you guys. It just sounds like a whole gaslighting mess of tomfoolery and just, a backhanded way to try to throw shade. And it's just not making any sense, Carlos. It's just not at all. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.